House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries met virtually with Democrats on Capitol Hill Sunday ahead of what could be a history-making week on Capitol Hill. At least 5 Democrats in the House are now calling on President Biden to step aside. Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera has that story.
What started as a drip of Democratic lawmakers calling on the president to step aside could turn into a broken dam when Congress returns from July 4th recess tomorrow. Several of them want the president to take a good hard look at his electability.
He should be mopping the floor with Donald Trump. Joe Biden is running against a criminal. It should not be even close, and there's only one reason it is close, and that's the president's age.
So far, 5 House Democrats have publicly called for the president to leave the race, but there's a good chance that number could go up in the coming days. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is navigating the turmoil within his caucus. Publicly, he's voiced his support of the president after the debate. Privately, he's kept his ears open, listening to members' concerns like the fear that the president could jeopardize Democrats' chances of flipping the House in November. His virtual meeting with top House committee Dems today underscored the urgency of the moment.
There are colleagues that feel very strongly he should stay, and colleagues that have publicly expressed, and a lot of people in between.
And Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy thinks the president only has a limited amount of time to convince voters he has what it takes to serve a second term.
I don't know that the interview on Friday night did enough to answer those questions. And so I think this week is going to be absolutely critical. I think the president needs to do more.
It's unclear, though, whether the president will drop out of the race, no matter how loud the calls for him to do so might get on Capitol Hill. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.